Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about, the mock draft. But before we first get into the mock draft, I'd like to say it might be the last mock draft actually. Because I might do another one, I might do a 7th one, but this might be the last one right here. The last one, I did 5 last year, I want to do 6 this year as well. And last year ones was good, this year one's been good too as well. Thank you guys for watching the mock draft, giving your feedback and stuff like that. It's been very cool. But it's time, I got some new content coming, some new stuff coming as well in the coming weeks. As you guys know, the draft is almost here. The draft is, of course, in April. It's always getting closer and closer to the draft time. So the draft almost here. I will be live streaming the draft probably the first 2 days, definitely the first day, and probably on the first 2 days I'll be watching the whole thing throughout the whole day. So sometimes I might just have it playing through a headset or something like that while I'm gone or out like that. But I'll be listening and watching the whole thing. But I'm gonna try to do a live stream at least the first 2 days of the draft and stuff, and see all the different prospects and where they land and stuff, especially the Steelers, of course, and do a review daily on the Steelers additions that they added to in the draft. So be on the lookout for that too as well. And also NBA playoffs is coming up. We got a lot of different playoff scenarios happening, people fighting for the playoff races, the play-in games as well. I'm gonna be doing coverage on that, and I'm also going to be live streaming some NBA games as well too. And I might some of the final games in the March Madness tournament, I'll probably be maybe live streaming one of those or a few of those like that, or probably doing reviews or coverage on those as well too. So be on the lookout for that. I know the tournament is going, and people getting their brackets and stuff as well. And I'll probably just cover on that too as well as time goes on. But we got some things coming. As you guys know, this channel right here has been going up and going up and going up. We're almost at 1,000. We're almost there, like the Princess and the Frog. We're almost there. Getting to 1,000 subscribers and stuff. I also have memberships coming too as well. I'm working on stickers and working on emotes and all different badges and cool things and concepts as well. So that will be coming to the channel too. I don't know when, but coming soon. So be on the lookout for that stuff. And also, a second channel I have. As you guys know, I had a second channel with my cousin, New Genesis channel. That's how I kind of started with YouTube. That's when we made that when we was like kids, like that. I wasn't really on it a lot at first, and then I said I'm on my own channel and then my own channel was a little different at first. I said let me switch and talk about sports like that. And good thing I decided to do that at an early age, because if I waited too late, like it probably could have still worked out. But I feel like good thing I started doing that at the early age like that. Say I'm gonna do sports stuff like that, and it worked out pretty well and stuff. And then, but I think my next channel is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna have a second channel coming. That channel will be unlocked and revealed once this channel reached 1,000 subscribers. That second channel was not gonna be like this channel. This channel will still be here, of course, be doing analysis, breakdowns on sports and stuff. That channel on there might be more like scripted based. I want to do a series on there where I actually go into step into like the field a little bit. So doing like adventures around. I want to like go to different colleges. I want to go to different high schools. Even if I can get to some professional teams as well, that'd be great too. And just talk to some players and talk to people about their culture. Like the culture, it could be high school basketball, high school football, it can be goddamn JUCO college soccer or something. But just talk to them about their culture and their sports team history, and just do a breakdown, kind of like documentary style. I like doing stuff like discussing things like that and watching things like that. So I might do more documentary based, maybe following a player around or some stuff like that. So that'd be one of the series I have. And another series I want to have on there too is probably a fitness series too, like training with different athletes, learning their journey, how they got to this way, their regimen, their way they eat. Different athletes from all over the rim. So that'd be a cool series too. And another series too I want to bring back that was on the old channel, well, New Genesis channel that me and my cousin share, was a series where we did I'll talk about different mysteries, conspiracies, horror things that happen and stuff. But this time I could switch it up and do where I walk in the field and go to different places and then just interview different people that was experiencing this stuff. And so that channel right there would be more scripted based in the upcoming time. So when this channel reaches 1,000, I have that channel as well. So I have 2 channels, but this channel is going to still be here, of course. So this channel not going anywhere. It's going to be the main channel with the sports analysis, the breakdown. But that channel right there going to be more scripted based. Sometimes it's better to look at sports a different way. Going a deep dive into some fandoms, learning why fans support the teams, learning why players, like what type of culture the team has and the legacy the team has, and talking to people of the past who was there, who performed there at that college or at that school or at that pro team or something like that. It's discussing with those different men, women, all type of kids, teenagers, high school, all type of stuff, and just learn the legacies of their team. So that'd be a very cool series too as well. So it has some aspects of sports on that channel as well, but also a mixture of different things and interests I have. And I also got to finish my graphic novel series. I'm on chapter 7. I almost done with chapter 7. I've been working on concept arcs and different panels and stuff. So once I finish that and do a little, kind of do the rough draft for the concept arc, how I wanted to go, find an illustrator to kind of go over it and add their, twist and magical twist and touch to it, and then, publish it one day as well. That'd be great. And of course, I'm gonna be a professional wrestler, so that's one thing too. I hope to start training this year as well. So we got a lot of things coming. So be on the lookout for the things that are coming. Thank you guys for the support for the channel, and yeah, thank you guys for just tuning in and being with us. That being said, let's get into the mock draft. Peace out. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. Video title, you know what this video is about. The mock draft that you guys seen from the intro. It might be the last one. Might be the last one. I might do another one, but most likely this is the last one. So we're gonna savor this one right here. It's gonna be a very good one. And starting right off the bat with the first pick in the draft as the Steelers GM, the acting GM, DB Khan. Now before I say who I took, actually, it was two guys there. The two guys that a lot of Steelers fans been asking for, this guy and that guy. I think I took this guy before on the first one, on the first ever one I ever did. I think I took this guy, but there was another guy there as well in Jackson Power Johnson who was available, but I took this guy over him instead because he's the best at his position. Jackson Power Johnson probably is the best graded at his position as well, but he's highly graded more than Jackson Power Johnson. And this guy's name is Amarius Mims. A lot of people been talking about Amarius Mims. I was able to get him one time with the first one, I think. The first draft I did, I got him one time, but besides that, I was not able to get him again. I wasn't able to get him too many times. Just like Cooper DeJean, I wanted to get him again. He was not there like that. So some of these guys be gone before I can get a chance to get them in a simulator. It's not a simulator, mess itself up a little bit because one time they had Caleb Williams taking at 12. I'm like, come on, simulator, he's not dropping to 12. The worst case scenario, he dropped the 2. But I don't think he's dropping the 2 either. I think the Bears taking him because that would be stupid if the Bears went out there and said, hey, we traded Justin Fields away and we're not going to take just Caleb Williams either. We go do something else. So I think the worst case scenario, some stupidity, something happened, something idiotic happened. I think he's dropped the 2, but the simulator had him drop the 12 one time, and it's on advanced metrics too as well. So I was like, come on, what is going on with this game? But I think Amarius Mims, right tackle from Georgia. As you guys know, he's a Titan. I'm not a Titan. He's 6'8", 340 pounds. I don't know if you guys ever seen, you ever watch Marvel, Thanos is he's a Titan. He's like about 11 feet tall. And the Attack on Titan, the Titan's on there, like a Colossal or something like that. From a Greek god, Titan. He's like that. 6'8", 340 pounds, but he moves like a rabbit. If you watch him, he's very quick and very explosive on his feet. Can get out fast, can make things happen fast. Has great power, great awareness too as well. And both pass protection and run blocking as well too. He's just very dynamic too, a very versatile piece. And if you look at him initially, you probably think like, is he a tight end maybe? But he's not a tight end. He's a center like that. That's how like he's way 340 pounds. But you look at his body metric is like just pure muscle and pure strength. And he's just a force of nature, a freak of nature, a guy you can add to your team, be a dynamic piece. Broderick Jones on one side, on the left side, and then you have Amarius Mims on the right side. That would be an absolute killer little duo thing as well. And both of those guys kind of being graded around the same area too, especially Broderick Jones draft and then Amarius Mims draft too as well. So I think both of these guys will be dynamic pieces. And the O-line is better now too. I see Amalu's been doing a good job. James Daniels, Broderick Jones did a good job. So now replacing those other spots that we need would be great. So I think he'd be a great addition to the team. He always has great leverage too as well, and awareness. I feel like every time you see him play, he always have good leverage over somebody. He never like getting out jacked up or something. Occasionally, he might have times where some guys might get the best of him, but you don't see it too often. I don't think he allowed, like, I think it was one stat. I think that was him. He allowed a sack in like 3 years or something crazy. Now like those stats like that being like a stable force. And he played for Georgia. A lot of these other guys, they play for some good teams too as well, but play for Georgia, don't get no better than that. You're playing against some of the best teams around and stuff as well. Playing against some of the best talents that's entering the draft as well too. So I think Amarius Mims is the dynamic piece, is that guy that we should actually, take if he's available right there. For my second pick, I took a receiver. As you guys know, there's a lot of receivers that I like in the draft. A lot of the guys that I want to take in the first round, I want to take or go in the first round already, like Brian Thomas Jr. Malik Neighbors gonna be gone, probably top 10 pick. Malik Neighbors gone, Rome was gone as well. Adonai Mitchell was gone as well. So a lot of different guys are gone. But some other guys, like I told you before, some sleeper guys, some guys who have some big time numbers and who have some big time talents as well entering the draft. Ricky Paracel is one of the guys too as well. And of course, Malachi Corley, who I took the second pick right here. I think Malachi Corley, receiver from Western Kentucky University. If you watch his game, I can't show his highlights because he's the one I got copyrighted for out of all the time. So I show his highlights on this video. I think another video I did with another player from Western Kentucky. I got copyright for that. So I guess Western Kentucky don't want to see their highlights on the film. So it's not a strike, but it's just a copyright. Just letting them, like, just saying like, oh, this belongs to them or something. But I can't show his highlights, but I can show his stats. Malachi Corley is an amazing player. You look at his numbers that he put up, some great numbers and stuff. Like I told you guys before, last video, he's a very dynamic route runner. And run after catch is amazing. When he get the ball in his hands, put his foot in the ground, he can go crazy. We love players like that. We had Antonio Brown who could do that. We had George Pickens who could do that as well. And all the receivers that still his history, when they get the ball in their hands, they make plays, they make things happen. And like I mentioned before, he reminds me of Antonio Brown and an AJ Brown type player, those guys, Odell Beckham types, the ones who get the ball in their hands can go crazy. They can turn a 5-yard play into a 20-yard, 30-yard, or 40-yard play and make some big time plays on the field. And he loves physicality as well. He's not one of those receivers that shy away from being physical with the cornerback. The cornerback man-to-man press coverage on him trying to be physical, he's gonna bring that physicality back too as well, and he's gonna do his best he can to get open. So I like his play style. I think he's very good. I think it complements George Pickens very well. He's he's ranked like 54th or something like that, 54th in the NFL draft. So he's still a top player in the draft too as well. I think he'll fall the second round. This could fall to us in the right prime spot for us and stuff. And we always do a good job in finding those receivers from those smaller schools who shine well. Of course, they shine well, but they might have played in a smaller market that might have been seen a lot. And I think he's one of those guys that could fit in with us well. So I took Malachi Corley at the 51st pick. Moving on to the third round, which is surprising because I told you the mock drafts was some crazy stuff. They had Caleb Williams, like I mentioned before, fall to 11th spot, which is not going to happen. A guy who never been in the third round on this mock draft ever, on Simulator, he was here. Cedric Van Pran, center from Georgia. So I took him. I was like, oh yeah, let me take him right now because usually he'd be gone by second round. I'd be hoping that he fall there, one of those guys fall there, and now I look up and I'm like, oh, they're not there. So I'm going to have to just see what else happened or something. Maybe, hopefully the Steelers be able to draft maybe sign a center or something, or they had to take one of those centers later rounds or something. But Cedric Van Pran was available in this time around, as you guys know, from Georgia as well. So we got a lot of Georgia players. Georgia is a very good production. Had very good production of producing some of the best NFL players in the past 5 years. So I wouldn't mind taking them. We have Cedric Van Pran at center. You have Amarius Mims on right tackle. Left tackle, you have Roderick Jones. You have Darnell Washington at tight end, and George Pickens on the outside as well. So we have a lot of Georgia players, but it'll work. But Cedric Van Pran is good run blocker, has good instincts, good awareness as well as a center. He's very, very aware. How to use his hand placement is good and stuff, and just having a center who has the IQ too as well, good IQ, because some of the centers are good, more like thumper type guys, but just having a center that is like IQ wise, so just knowing and recognizing things and seeing things before they happen, kind of with the quarterback as well, so they both be in sync. I think he'll fit in well and merge well, especially playing with guys you played with before. Guys like Darnell Washington, who will be out there as our sixth O-lineman blocking for us. Guys like Roderick Jones, who you played with before as well, and of course Amarius Mims, based off this draft right here. Having him too as well, so you have guys who you're familiar with. So I feel like it'll be an easy transition for him, and I think he'll do a pretty good job, pretty solid job at center for us. So if he's available right there in the third round, which I don't think he's going to be a third round pick, but if he happens to fall there, you take him. Moving on to the third round as well, the pick we got from the Eagles, thanks to Con flipping that Kenny Pickett for another pick. We got the 98th pick from the Eagles. I took a cornerback from Missouri, Chris Abrams-Drain. As you guys know, I know we got Dante Jackson on the other side, but Dante Jackson, he's all right. He's not like great. He's not bad either. He's like in between. He's solid. He has speed and stuff. But this guy right here, Chris Abrams-Drain, cornerback from Missouri, I feel like he's a dynamic piece. He's a guy who can go out there. He's a top 100 player, ranked as top 100 as well. He's a guy who can go out there and lock some stuff up. He's a very good man-to-man defensive player press coverage, man to man, you know, getting your face, getting your grill. Now his tackling might be the only knack really on him. His tackling sometimes, and him being out muscled sometimes, because he's kind of like JPJ style. You know, like some of those guys are tall in frame. They're very physical, but they're not like the biggest. You know, they're not the biggest. Like they like about 195 pounds, so they might be getting thrown and getting jacked up and stuff. So I think Chris Abrams Drain is a good press to press. Man to man press coverage corner. I think he'll fit perfectly on the other side of JPJ. Might be a sleeper guy you can find later rounds, like that type. That might emerge, like I mentioned one time before, like a Kyrie Jackson, another guy too, that big 6'3" corner from Oregon. He could be a guy in the right system who can emerge to be a very good player. So I think Chris Abrams Drain is one of those guys as well. Moving on to the 4th round, the 119th pick, I took Tommy Eichenberg, linebacker, Ohio State. Tommy Eichenberg is amazing, like playmaker from the linebacker spot, because he's one of those linebackers. He kind of has that old school mentality as well. To get downhill, to make plays, side on the sideline as well in the run game. He's solid in coverage too as well, zone coverage and stuff, but getting downhill, making plays. And the Steelers, you know, we have, of course, Patrick Queen now, and we also have Cole Holcomb, Atlanta Roberts, Mark Robinson, but Atlanta Roberts not going to play forever. He's like 32, 33, and Cole Holcomb coming off of an injury. He tore his ACL, or I think it was Achilles or ACL, one of those. He had a bad injury, so those guys be coming off an injury like that. So Tommy Eichenberg is a solid piece. I think he can be a guy who can work himself up to maybe being a solid starter because of his physicality, his effort, and his motor. It's always great to have guys who just have effort. They might not be the most talented guys in the world, but when they have effort, when you have good IQ, when you have good instincts as well, and they all play into fray, good things happen usually when you're on the field. So Tommy Eichenberg is one of those players. You see him going side to sideline, you see him making those tackles, you see him going out there putting his head down, making those big hits throughout the middle in the rushing attack as well. Sometimes he might get a little off balance occasionally, sometimes like being over aggressive. But I'd rather have a guy out there with effort and fighting every single time. They have a guy out there who's just don't want to tackle, who don't want to do certain things. But Tommy Eichenberg can bring the heat. I think he'd be a solid piece. Like I drafted him probably like 3 times already in his mock draft. He always there around the 4th round-ish. Him, Junior Colson was gone. He was there in the 3rd round, but he was gone like that early on like that. But Tommy Eichenberg's a guy. Aaron Casey, another guy too as well, who I feel like could be some sleeper picks for linebackers. If you're looking for a linebacker later rounds, get one of those guys, and those guys could be something nice. Moving on to the next pick, I took Tyke Smith, safety from Georgia. He's one of those run support safeties. Now he has the biggest guy on the field. That's just kind of the knack on him, because he 5'10", 5'11", 190 pounds. You know. Now in real life that's normal. You know, I think the average height of a man is like 5 foot. Is it 5'8", 5'9"? You know, in real life it's different, but football terms, you know, the average height of a football player about like 6'2", and by the average weight about 220. So like he's a little undersized in football terms, and I think he plays like bigger than his size is, because like he go out there, he's a run support safety. Like you see him all his plays, he's getting downhill and he hitting somebody, going downhill hitting somebody. He has the best in man-to-man coverage, not the best in the coverage, but he's a run support safety, a guy who's physical, who want physicality. So getting downhill, putting his shoulder down, and finding the right gaps and have good awareness. So I think having more depth of linebacker. If I took Tommy Eichenberg, I took Tyke Smith as well, safety from Georgia. Another Georgia player. I just realized it was a Georgia player too as well. Another Georgia guy. I took those guys because last year the Steelers suffered. You know, when we started having our linebackers drop like flies, we started seeing our safeties fall down too as well. We had to go find guys off the streets, find guys from practice squads, and all type of things. You know, Miles Jack came out the couch, so I feel like it's better for us to get some depth. Tommy Eichenberg, add him in for depth. Add Tyke Smith in for depth. Get some young depth around us so we'll be ready if any injuries happen or anything occurs, so we'll be ready for the long run. So I think the Steelers getting a guy like Tyke Smith in the 6th round could be a solid piece like that. I don't think he's going to be like some spectacular player, but you never know who players could be. But look up based off his effort, the way he plays with effort. That's why Tommy Eichenberg too, I took him as well. If you watch their film, you see how they play with effort. Most of these guys, when I'm doing the mock draft, of course, early rounds like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, I know most of those guys. But some of the guys in the later rounds, I might not know too many of them, so I have to go through and like I might say, okay, who's this safety? I pull him up, watch about 10, 15 minutes of his stuff. Okay, he's all right, like that, and trying to like write some stuff down and stuff, and do the next guy. That's why it took me about a week to do this goddamn mock draft, because I had to do that. Be like, okay, he's pretty solid, he's pretty good. Like, okay, nah, I don't like that by him. Like, I like that by him. Okay, he's good. He's all right. So like, I'll be doing that like that on some players I don't know. So I do that for some of the positions I'm looking for, and take a little while. So that's why I have to come like I wait till I do it every Thursday, try to do the mock draft, so I can at least give you guys the best analysis possible. You know, but Tyke Smith, watching his stuff, he's a thumper. He's a thumper. You know, he has the heart of a lion. Might have a body of a chihuahua in football terms, but a heart of a lion. Go out there and lay the hits on people and stuff. So I think he's a good player to have to the team, and effort. Coach Tomlin loved effort. You know, Steelers culture is built upon effort. So I think he's one of those guys who can embody that. And last but not least, I took Joe Milton, quarterback for Tennessee, because I really couldn't see who else on the board that I could take. I wasn't going to receiver at first again, but I was like, nah. I think he'd be good at receiver because we got a lot of young talent on the team as well, and I already drafted Malachi Corley in the second round, so I decided to take Joe Milton. Joe Milton, like I said before, he's a good player. Well, he's not, I want to say good player, but he's have potential to be a good player. I meant to say, he's a guy who plays kind of like the Tennessee style of a Josh Allen type, but he just don't have the accuracy. Remember Josh Allen out of Wyoming? He was strong arm, you know, launching it, you know, 60-yard bump, 70-yard bump, but he had accuracy though as well, and the turnover wasn't that high as well. We see Joe Milton, who has a strong, powerful arm, very athletic, 6'5", can run and stuff, 240 pounds, but he's very inconsistent on his timing, his accuracy, his intermediate throws, his throws come across the field, his throws on the run, his throws down the field as well. So a lot of people got a little in awe of watching him at the combine. But you know me, I don't watch college basketball like a whole lot. I watch it here and there, but college football, I do watch it. I do watch college football, and watching Joe Milton, you know, you see that. In his college tenure, he was not all that. He didn't play a lot of games either, but he was not all that. He was not that good. Why he kind of ranked as a fifth, sixth round type pick. So a lot of people might get in awe of the combine and might overreach and grab him and try to like do something crazy and like put him out there as a starter maybe in his first year. But I think he's a guy who can sit behind somebody like a Justin Fields, like a Russell Wilson, learn from those guys and be a solid guy. Maybe in the future be a starter if you get in the right system and the right scheme. But you got to work on the accuracy. You got to work on the accuracy and that timing and the touch on the football as well. You can have a strong arm, but you can't get, like, you can throw the ball 80 yards, but if it's not getting there, you know, not like you say, oh, I threw the ball 80 yards, but you threw that 80 yards that way. I'm 80 yards this way. You got to throw it this way so I can get the ball. So he has talent, has intangibles, but football is more about physical intangibles. It's about, you know, having the IQ, having awareness, having timing as well, and he got to work on that a little bit. I think if he does work on that, he can be a solid player in this league. But this is my draft right here. It might be the last draft I do. Well, I'll let you guys know. But if it is, thank you guys for the mock drafts. We got more videos coming up too, you know, about the Steelers, free agency stuff as well. That's still coming. NFL free agency as entirety. NBA playoffs is coming up too as well. So be on the lookout for those. But that's all I got for the video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.